Hello everyone, welcome to another video of At Home with Tom and Rhonda. I've got a little bit of a treat. I'm going to make Rhonda a brisket today, and I'm going to put it in our electric smoker. But what I wanted to share with you right now is the rub. We'll do the trimming of the fat of the brisket another time. We'll do the cooking of the brisket at another time, but I'll give you some pointers if you've never cooked a brisket. Some people haven't, on some times and by weight that you cook the brisket. Let's start off by looking at the rub. The very first thing you want to put is 3 tablespoons of chili powder. 3 tablespoons of chili powder. You're going to want 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. 1 tablespoon of ground black pepper. You're going to want 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. That'll make it tasty. You want oregano. Now it's best if it's dried oregano, but we're going to use the oregano leaves that are dried in this, and you want 1 tablespoon of dried oregano. Then 3 teaspoons of crushed garlic. 3 teaspoons of crushed garlic. And the cumin, you want 1 teaspoon of that. 1 teaspoon of cumin. Then onion powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. After that, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. And depending on how hot you like it, some people like it a little hotter than others. Some people don't like any hot. But just a pinch of this, up to a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, does the body good. All right. So now, first of all, I've put the chili powder in the bowl. Now I'm going to mix the kosher salt. We're going to go ahead and stir that up a little bit. Then, let's see, the next thing's going to be a tablespoon of black pepper. Let's get that out of here. And I'll put a tablespoon of black pepper in here. There we go. That'll be good. Now, one of my favorite things is the brown sugar, because I like sweet stuff. But brown sugar, you ladies know more than anybody, this is good stuff. We're going to put that in. I'm going to go ahead and mix this as I do it. And I made it in a big bowl for what I'm going to make, because I want to be able to shake the bowl around and get everything mixed up so you don't take a bite out of the brisket and have a big ball of brown sugar in your mouth. Okay, dried oregano is next. We're going to use a tablespoon of dried oregano. Are you with me so far? Are we having fun? It's so fun to cook, but it's more fun to eat. The Grill Master Jared, I'll be the smoking king. We're going to hook this up with some dried oregano. And this is going to be a fantastic rub for the brisket. I can't wait. Okay, dried oregano. Now, the reason I did it in this order is because after you do the dried oregano, you want to do 3 teaspoons of the crushed garlic. So we're going to step it down a notch in our amounts and go with teaspoons. So here's the crushed garlic. 3 teaspoons. You don't want to get too carried away with garlic unless garlic is your flavor of choice. A lot of people, like myself, love garlic. I believe it's very popular in Indian cultures too. If I'm wrong, correct me, but it just seems like it is. All right, that's the 3 teaspoons of garlic, and we're continuing to stir this bad boy up. The next thing we're going to put in is 1 teaspoon of cumin. So And y'all can make fun of me if you think I'm mispronouncing something. That's fine. I'm not a Julia Childs or anything like that. I'm just Tom the neighbor cooking for his wife. And believe me, she'll eat it with a smile on her face because she loves me, even if it doesn't taste good. Gotta love it. Okay, now we've got 1 teaspoon of onion powder. We'll put that on here next. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Looby-dooby. Looby-dooby. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. I'm just a gigolo everywhere I go. People know the brisket I'm cooking. I had to throw that in there for fun. All right. Now, smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. There we go. Just a touch, just a taste. That ought to be good. I'm going to stir that up while I got it in there, because I see things, if you look, it could get clumpy real fast. It's not a lot, but you don't need a lot of rub. It could get clumpy, though, if you don't keep it going. Shake that bowl. Mix that seasoning. All right, here we go. Now, the last thing is cayenne pepper. Woo! That's going to be good. Como para tomar. All right. 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. That adds that bite to it. Now, what I would recommend you do is taste your rub before you put it on. If you don't taste the rub before you put it on, you're not going to be happy when it don't taste good. Because briskets are like $100. They're expensive. You spend all that money and you don't test your rub, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Okay, here we go. We got it in the bowl and it's looking good. What do y'all think? Do you think the rub looks good? It's kind of hard to tell. It kind of looks like sand, doesn't it? But it's got a lot of good stuff in it. Now, let me give you a few pointers on cook times. Trim the fat, but leave some fat on it, about 1/4 of an inch. Leave some fat on it because the fat holds the flavor and the moisture in the brisket. When you put it in the smoker, look at the times and look at the weight of the brisket. If the brisket weighs 5 pounds, let's say, you'll put it in. If you don't wrap it in foil and it's just in the smoker, you want to set the smoker degrees at 250 and you want to leave it in there 15 minutes per pound. So take that 15 minutes, multiply it times 5 pounds, and that'll tell you how many minutes to keep it in the smoker. Now, if you wrap it in foil, which I like to do because I like to keep all the moisture in, keep the flavor in, put lots of nice chips down in the bottom with a little bit of water to keep it moist in there. If you have wrapped in foil, it's 250 degrees for 45 minutes per pound. So quite a bit of difference if you wrap it in foil. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun for me. My wife's going to get a kick out of it tonight. We might even do a little video of us sitting down and eating the brisket. But if she doesn't like it, don't laugh at me too much. I'll see you next time on At Home with Tom and Ron.